Hey y'all, welcome to Friday's Kitchen. Welcome back if you have been here before. In today's video, we are making a coconut layered cake with a pineapple filling. If you guys are interested in seeing how I made it, stay tuned. Also, while you're here, I ask that you please do me a favor, take a moment, look down below, press that subscribe button, join our family, and come back for some more recipes. We're going to start by adding our pineapple chunks to the pan. I wanted crushed pineapple, but I couldn't find it at the store, so we're going to have to work with what we have. To this, I'm going to add our granulated sugar and cornstarch mixture. I'm going to give this a stir. We're going to let this cook down until the mixture starts to thicken. I'm going to have to break these up a bit because I was thinking I had tidbits, but these are actually chunks. So these are pretty big pieces. I'm going to have to break these apart. So off camera, I removed the pineapples and cut them up as much as I could. So we're going to let this continue to cook and thicken. And right before I remove it from the heat, I'm going to add the vanilla extract. So now we're going to turn the heat off. And I'm going to add about a tablespoon of vanilla extract. I'm just going to eyeball it. We're going to stir this in really well. All right, so I'm going to remove this from the pan, place it in a glass dish, and then we're going to place that in the refrigerator for it to cool completely. As it cools, it will start to thicken even more. The full recipe will be down below in the description box. We're going to start by adding our butter. Now we're going to turn the mixer on and then gradually add the granulated sugar. Now we're going to go in with our vanilla extract and our egg whites. I did accidentally get a yolk in there, but it's okay. So now we're going to add a third of our flour mixture. Then we're going to go in with the sour cream, another third of the flour mixture, our milk, and then we're going to finish with the rest of our flour mixture. So we're going to bake our cakes in 3 8-inch pans. I'm going to spray with Pam baking spray. The oven has been preheated to 350 degrees. I'm not going to measure it, I'm just going to eyeball it and try to get it as even as possible. Alright, so we're going to put these in a 350 degree oven. They'll bake about anywhere from 25 to 35 minutes, but I'll let you guys know exactly how long it takes in the oven when I remove them. Here are the cakes after 30 minutes in the oven. We're going to let them hang out in the pan for about 10 minutes, and then I'll take them out, place them on a cooling rack to completely cool. We're gonna go ahead and get started on our coconut cream cheese icing. In the bowl, I have my cream cheese and butter. Again, this recipe will be in the description box. I'm gonna turn the mixer on, cream these two together. Then I'm gonna add my vanilla and coconut extracts, and then I'll go in with the powdered sugar. We're going to start by putting a little icing in the center of the board, and then we're going to place our first cake there. Now we're going to put a thin layer of icing on top of this. This is really just to prevent the pineapples from getting the cake too wet. Here I placed some of the icing in the piping bag. I'm just gonna go through and pipe a border, not at the very edge. This will be used to keep the pineapple in the center of the cake. Here's our filling, nice and thick. We're not gonna put too much in. We don't want our cake sliding all over the place. I will definitely have some pineapple left over, which is fine. I can use it in another recipe. We just want to have enough in here to have some with each slice of cake. All right, so now we're going to get our second cake. We're going to place this directly on top. Gently press. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add a thin layer of icing. Now we're going to go through and place a border. Again, not too close to the edge of the cake. Once we start to ice the outside of the cake, we'll be able to fill in these gaps. Now I'm going to go through and add a crumb coat of icing to the cake, and then we're going to put it in the refrigerator so everything can kind of solidify a bit, and then we'll come out and finish it. Alright, so now that our crumb coat is done, we're going to go ahead and place this in the refrigerator for about 20-30 minutes, and then we'll come back and put our final coat on. Our cake has come out of the refrigerator. We are adding a second layer of icing. The icing doesn't have to be perfect because around the sides of the cake we'll have our coconut flakes, so you're not going to see it anyway. The purpose of the icing really is just so the coconut flakes will stick to the cake. As for the top of the cake, we're going to pipe a border, and we're going to have some of our pineapple filling on top. So you're not going to see this. It'll be underneath the pineapples. So the cake itself, as you can tell by now, is really just a vanilla cake. I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but because the icing is coconut, and we're gonna have coconut flakes around the cake, I didn't want too much coconut. So I just made the cake itself vanilla. If you'd like coconut, you can use the exact same recipe. You can just add some coconut extract in the cake batter when you add your vanilla extract. Completely up to you. So here we have our coconut flakes. It's about to get a little messy, but I'm just gonna place them in my hands and then go through and press it around the sides of the cake. All right, so now I'm gonna put some of the icing into my piping bag so I can pipe a border on top of the cake. That'll be used to keep the pineapple filling in place. After we pipe a border around the cake. So here I have some maraschino cherries. I've just placed them in this bowl on top of a paper towel to help drain some of the liquid. I'm just gonna place one of these cherries on top of each of these dollops of icing. We have the rest of our pineapples. I'm just gonna go through and place some in the center of the cake. Our pineapples, I'm just gonna go through and place some in the center of the cake. All right, so let me clean up my mess really quickly and I'll bring you guys in for a closer shot. We have made it to the end of our video. Here we have our finished product, our coconut layered cake with pineapple filling. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions about anything I've done, leave them down below in the comment section. I will reply. While you're here, I ask that you also please take a moment, look down below, press that subscribe button, join our family, come back for some more recipes. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a huge thumbs up. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.